How's it going, everybody? Jasper Eats Garage here. I've been working on installing a Hayden 699 external transmission cooler on my 2004 Toyota Tacoma. It's been a couple hours since I've been kind of at this. I've been trying to find a good location of where to put this cooler on. It's pretty large, so it's kind of, it's been a tight fit on the Tacoma. I kind of looked here on the right hand side. There's a lot of refrigerant lines kind of coming here, so this just wasn't a good option for me to put one here. I tried to kind of put it behind this AC line here. Didn't also work. This was getting a bit crushed. Also was rubbing against this bracket here on the back there. So what I found was this is probably the best location that you can mount this thing. So what I did was I went to Home Depot. I got a couple of these cheap. These are used to kind of put together wood. Simpson Strong Tie ST2115 bracket. These are about $1 each, and I was able to kind of bend these in like in a U shape and mount this on this cooler here. So I've kind of did the bottom here. You can kind of see I'm still kind of jimmy rigging it here just to kind of make sure everything is fitting properly, the bumper and the grill. So I kind of have it mounted from the bottom here, condenser to here, then also the top mount here, this support here to here. And then I think for this side what I'll do is I'll kind of make another bracket that goes from here to here, then also from here to here, or here to here. I'll have to find out. This one's probably the more tougher one here. Not a lot of locations nearby. So yeah, so what I did do was I kind of test fitted the bumper here just to make sure that I have enough clearance. It does. I have about, let's say about this much before, touching the bumper, so that's good. And then also looking down here, I don't know if the horn's gonna fit. I did remove the horn here, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if that's gonna fit or not. But this is really good here. You can see it's not really touching anything. It's not grazing against anything. It'll be something like that. So yeah, and then also the lines are gonna run through this hole here, just like that, both of them like that. I'm gonna work on that next. So yeah, that's the best way that I kind of found it. It's pretty cheap. Go to Home Depot, buy this little bracket here. It's about $1. Chop it, bend it. Make sure that when you're working with this, you're careful. This is very, very sharp. I cut myself pretty good today on my finger. Sliced it pretty good, especially when you're drilling holes. This bracket wants to kind of twist on you, and it'll actually twist and it'll hurt you, so be careful there. I'll update you in a bit with everything installed. I'll give updates throughout the way of the grill and the bumper install. Okay. All right, I got all the brackets tightened up here. So this is kind of the view of the brackets. So got one right there to this bracket. Got another one kind of bent in this shape, and one right here kind of looping this way, and one kind of behind here that goes and it kind of folds like that, attaches to the bottom. Very, very rigid here. This is not going anywhere. Very, very rigid setup here. Back here you have about probably a good 1.5 inches or so of space between this radiator support area and this one. Maybe the radiator we have about, I would say about maybe 2.5 inches or 3 inches between this and the radiator. So I guess the good thing is that we still have airflow here. We have the fan that's going to be pushing, so it's going to be taking the air through here. The bad thing is that maybe I spaced it way too far out here to where when the cooling fan is going to be turning on, it's going to be taking air from here instead of pulling it in here. We'll see how it goes. I have a temperature monitor inside, so I'll kind of keep taking a look there. If not, then I'll have to kind of move this back a bit. So yeah, that is the install there. This is how it kind of looks, just like that. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run the hoses. I got a 3/8 hose, transmission hose here. So I'm going to go ahead and now going to have to find out which side is the return and which side is the inlet, I guess. where the steering is, or the fluid's coming out of or going into. So I'm going to take a look at that to see which is the right way. I think what I want to do is the return should probably come out of the top here. So fluid should be flowing in like that, going like that, and coming out that way. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt that, do some research online real quick, and yep, let's finish this off. All right, so I'm looking at the bottom of the truck here. So you have two lines that are going to the bottom of the radiator that need to be removed. The line that's higher, that is the line, the fluid that needs to be cooled. So in this configuration for this truck, stock configuration, topmost line goes into the radiator, transmission cooler, goes all the way down, and then this is the return line that goes back, cooled transmission fluid that goes back into the transmission. So from Timmy the Toolman's video, he recommends to take the fluid line that needs to be cooled, put it at the bottom, so the fluid will have to travel all the way up, and this is to eliminate the possibilities of air bubbles, since the fluid has to work harder to go all the way up. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this hose off. I'm going to replace it with the new one that I have. It's a 3/8 transmission hose. Route it all the way, bring it out here, and put the other one here, run it down into the return line. All right, so the installation is complete. So I got the lines right. You can definitely feel that this one's warmer, this one's cooler. Definitely feel this is getting a little bit warm here. One thing to note was I did put some extra larger hoses over the 3/8 hose that I had, transmission cooler hose, to prevent any chafing to this hole here. This is some sharp edges here. So I got these little pieces of larger tubing. They came off the old hoses from the truck. The truck from the factory has these in several locations, so just take them, slip them over here in these locations so it doesn't get cut off over time with like vibration and other things. So yeah, I can definitely feel this one's getting, yeah, this one's definitely cooler, warmer. Yep. Warm, a little cooler. Yep. Nice. So this completes the installation here. I'm going to go ahead and put the bumper back on, and also the grill, chop up the zip ties there, the edges there. All right, well, good luck with your installation. One other thing I wanted to mention was when you replaced your transmission hoses, you had transmission fluid which drained out. This is how much I drained out. It's probably about maybe half a quart or so. So go ahead and replace that with new transmission fluid. Drive the truck around, get it to operating temperature, and you might have to add a little bit more additional transmission fluid. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and do it. So make sure you check that. Make sure it's at the right fluid level.